They were doing very well. They were actually one step away from qualifying for the World Cup in Australia. For the first time, a Kenyan team would have played at the World Cup. But Kenya was suspended. The Kenyan swimming as a sport was also in limbo. It had been suspended by World Aquatics for quite a while. We had governance issues bedeviling our sports all over the place. That same month of November, World Athletics was meeting at the end of that month. World Athletics had scheduled a meeting for 31st of November, and at that meeting, Kenya was a key agenda for consideration to be banned for doping. And so the goose that lays the golden egg, athletics, was on the verge of being locked in similar limbo as football. We also had a situation, and you'll remember all these issues actually were on the table as we met that day. There was a serious concern about sports infrastructure for many of you, and for good reason. A lot of sports infrastructure that has started over the years had stalled, and you would look around the country and you'd see a litany of white elephants from Kamarin to Wote to Marsabit, all over the place. Every direction you looked, you saw stalled facilities. Kenya did not have a single facility allowed to host international competition. Kasarani and Nyayo, our best facilities, were themselves suspended by both CAF and FIFA. The Kenya Academy of Sports was underutilized, it was rudderlized, it was out there in the wilderness, not providing any serious anchor to this sporting ecosystem. And I'm sure many of you did not even know what Kenya Academy of Sports was all about. There were delays in payment of cash awards, as has been indicated here. When we hosted the Hongera Awards in August last year, we not only rewarded legends and top performers, we also used that opportunity to clear cash awards going back to 2011. There are Kenyan athletes who had competed years back and were still waiting for their cash awards. Many of you federations, even at that time, admitted that you had failed to meet compliance and registration requirements set by the registrar of sports. That is the environment we were in at that time as we met on that day, November 16. But I'm glad that 15 months down the line, we can count